Morning everyone, it's Rachel here at Walk the Talk Fitness. Hope you're having a nice morning. As you can see, it's pretty lovely out here. I am sat on the steps again, the PT steps that I haven't actually exercised on yet. I've got a favourite place to sit down here. It's just about another 100 or so yards over there, but every time I come down here at the moment there's always like people there. I'm livid. Like, there was nobody there this morning. Just as I was walking towards it, some guy came out of his barge and took my seat, and I was livid. So there's someone somewhere trying to tell me that I'm not supposed to be sitting there. So if you're in my Facebook group, you'll notice that this morning I posted a post about a girl who last night, Laura Trott, I think her second name is, I'm not sure if you pronounce it like that, but that's actually Trott is a Swedish word, which reminds me of sleep, I think it means. So that's not really good to have a second name that means sleep. But anyway, this young lassie is 24 years old, and last night she won her 4th gold medal at the Olympics, and I watched it last night. I don't actually understand the cycling that well, like I'm not exactly sure what the rules are, but I was absolutely fixated on it last night. It was really good, and it was fascinating to see her win her gold medal, her 4th gold medal actually. This morning when I woke up I saw a really cool photograph which I've shared in the group of this same girl at the age of, she's 24 now, it was 12 years ago, so she was 12 years old in the photo with Bradley Wiggins wearing his gold medal, and the smile on her face is like woo, and I can just imagine what must have been going through her head as a 12-year-old, possibly visualising herself having a gold medal around her neck and believing that she can do it, and here she is at the age of 24 with 4 gold medals around her neck at the Winter Olympics. So it's pretty incredible, and it got me thinking about when I was a kid, when I was young, younger, obviously I'm still young. I, without thinking, really created a life for myself by complete design, and that I was responsible for everything that had happened so far. Loads of people down here today must be thinking I'm off my rocker talking to myself, but when I was really young, I used to visualise things that I would like to happen for myself in my life. From a very young age I was obsessed with going to Australia and living in Australia, and like to the point where like my entire room was covered in photographs of Australia, printouts. I even, like, you know how in first year at high school you do, like, you have to sew. I even sewed myself a big poster of like fabric of Australia. I didn't really know much about it apart from watching Neighbours and Home and Away, but I was obsessed with it. I researched everything that I could, you know, Encarta, like the discs that you got for your computer. Researched in Australia. At the time Google didn't exist. Watched videotapes, watched TV, and then at the age of 18 was the first time when I actually went to Australia, although I didn't move there at that age, but I was 18, and I had failed university for the first time. Didn't fail, I didn't actually finish what I was doing. I think I lasted 3 weeks and quit, and I was like, no, this is not for me at this moment in my life. So I quit after 3 weeks and went and worked in a restaurant. Saved enough money and went to Australia for the first time when I was 18 by myself. I was there for 4 weeks. Just looking for a new place to sit. I was there for 4 weeks and went to stay with people that I had never met before, through family and stuff, and it was awesome. But that wasn't obviously enough for me, because my ultimate goal was to live there. And I actually forget what age I was, but when I think I was around 23, 24, eventually went back and emigrated there. Obviously I am back now, that's a long story. but I did emigrate there, and left everything here and moved there, and I realised that had been going on in my head for such a long time, like since I was a kid. Everything I thought about was with the end goal of moving to Australia, and I didn't really even have a career goal in mind at that point. That was literally all I wanted, and that's what got me thinking about it. I know it's not winning an Olympic medal, but to me it was pretty important, and it made me think about all the things that we do now as adults, and all the decisions that we make, and a lot of the time our decisions in our life is it's determined by other people, determined by society, and determined by what other people think of us, and the decisions that we make on a daily basis are based around that, rather than basing our daily decisions around something that we want and something that is going to benefit us. And that's to a degree built into us, because we're made to believe that it's not socially acceptable to be selfish. So it takes us a long time. It took me a long time to get my head around the fact that being selfish is not, it might not be socially acceptable, but it's the only way that I'm going to get what I want in my life. And if I'm not happy, and if you're not happy, first of all, then how can you make other people around you happy? So you have to think about it like that, and have a think about what I know it's a bit hard to think now, but what would your 8-year-old self say and think about what you're doing now? Like, as what you're doing now and how you're acting in the job you're in, and what you're doing with your life and where you're living, is it what you envisioned yourself doing when you were a kid? Like, is it what you really want? Because as cliche as it sounds, like, you only get one chance at doing this, unless you believe in reincarnation. But even then, you could come back as like an elephant or something, and then you wasted your human life. You only get one chance at making a go of this, and you are the one that's responsible for your own happiness. You're the one that's responsible for your decisions. Yes, you will have the inner circle of people that you have close to you, that you trust, and that your opinions that you trust, but ultimately it's down to you. And if we continue to make decisions based on the wants and desires of other people, the only person that we're really shortchanging is ourselves. And you know what? Yeah, sometimes you do need to be selfless, and a lot of the time, like, putting other people first and helping other people is really important, because we need to give away some of our energy as well as take it all in. But you are the one that's responsible for making yourself happy, and only you can do that. So have a think about what it is that you want. Have a think about what it is that your 8-year-old self would have wanted, and think, am I doing that? Am I living that life, or am I not? And decide what it is that you want, and put the plans in place and go and do it, because what's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? You might fail, you might have a learning experience, you might let people down along the way, but ultimately, are you doing them a favour by letting them down? Because maybe they'll learn something from it, and then you'll come back stronger as a relationship, whether that's with a partner or with friends. Is it that you need to actually think about who it is that you're surrounding yourself with, and do they have a positive impact on your mood and on your goals and in your life? And just have like a proper, like, mindful session of thinking, like, am I happy? I know a lot of us talk about doing stuff and wanting, in particular for me, I hear it all the time, I need to lose weight, not I need to lose weight. And really that's not what they want, it's just what they believe that they should be doing to make other people happy. When in reality what they really want is to feel fit and healthy, and be happy, and that doesn't always come as a result of losing weight. So yeah, just something to think about this morning. I decided to do my Facebook Live this morning while I'm fresh and bright and breezy. Yeah, so that's it really. I went through a period of my life where I spent a lot of my energy and spent a lot of my time trying to make other people happy, and it ultimately made me miserable. So and sometimes you have to go through stuff like that, and it can be like a day, a week, a month, a year, multiple years before you realise, and you will think that you will regret it, but actually when it comes down to it, whether it's one day, 1 year or 1 decade that you spend maybe not doing things that you really truly want to do, but you learn from it, and it won't happen again. Or maybe it will. Sometimes it takes multiple times to fully understand this kind of concept of creating your own life, because when you're happy, everyone else around you will be happy. Radiate happiness like sunbeams. Yeah, basically. So check this out, guys. Check this out if you're still here. That there is a blue sky. Doesn't happen very often. So I'm going to enjoy this today. That's why I'm out this morning. I thought fresh air before I start work. And also check this out. Not a single soul around. Just how I like it. Right, that's something to think about. I'm also going to post a link in the comments of the video that I'd like you to follow, and just fire yourself up for the day ahead. Really, really, really think about, are you happy at the moment? Let's take your career for an example, your job. Are you dreading going to work this morning? Then perhaps it's time that you did something about it. Just saying. Take it easy. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.